Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Fall 24 draft. I'm here with Abdulaziz, Faisal Mahbub, and Zaid Maju. In
Assalamu
the
alaikum.
background, we have our technical folks, Arif Khan and Imad Hussain. Welcome to the most exciting day of the season. Sorry for the delay. We just had a few technical difficulties, but we'll jump right into it.
Stop saying that. Stop blaming me.
No worries. We'll start off with the GM introductions just to give everyone an idea who your future GMs may be. So drafting first overall is the duo of Ali Wadi and DC, Dawood Siamber.
DC.
For Ihsan,
Yeah, they'll be donning the red jerseys, Hassan. Any thoughts on these GMs, Maju?
I think they have a good 1-2 punch of a good center with Daoud Siamber, but he's also very versatile. And then we have Ali Wadi, who's just a general on the back end. So they're really stepping up and securing the back end.
Okay. Moving quickly, we have Team Iman, the purple team. Their main duo is Huzaifa Mandra and Adnan Gangad. Basil, any thoughts on these two?
Well, Adnan Gangat, he's a good player, and Josefa, who's took some time off Islam, but is back in. Guys, he's a great leader, and you can expect a lot of trades coming in. Hot, and even this whole draft may not even matter at some point because he'll probably end up trading away his whole team.
All right, we'll see if that happens. Rida Team Blue is led by Zahir Kazi and Altaf Panchadi. Abdulaziz, he played against Altaf in the summer. What do you have to say about this duo?
I think it's a great duo. Altaf's a very offensive-minded guy, and I think likewise with Zahir. So I could definitely see them both, having games where they rack up points and just go beast mode in each game.
Okay, the familiar pair for Haya is, of course, Lukman and Akib Malik. They've been a staple for this team. Maju, what's your expectations, or is there any new expectation for this team? We already know what we're gonna get from this.
I don't think I'm really expecting anything new. I think there's just that staple pair that we always know what to expect. I'm kind of expecting Luke, considering he's taken off some time, and Akib, that they're coming on a different gear, different level. So I would watch out for them. But I think for success, they might have to stay away from Team Malik and just kind of let themselves be open to drafting the best player.
All right. There's also Arslan Mian, longtime GM. We've seen him growing up through this league, and also a youngster joining him, Yusuf Siddiqui. Anyone here have thoughts, Abdulaziz?
As far as I know, both are solid players. They're both young, talented, looking for that chip. And Yusuf Siddiqui really made an impact when he played last winter. So looking forward to seeing what he can do as a GM and show that leadership skills now.
And Faisal, sorry to do this to you, to give you this despair, but they are the defending champions. They have the target on the back. Everyone's gunning for them. We have Bika and Omar Mahmoud.
So I like these guys. I've played on their team a couple of times. Good GM duo, solid guys, good leadership. Asif is an offensive force, and Omar can hold it down both defensively and offensively. I think they're a strong GM pair, and they won last season. So prior to that, I think Omar Mahmoud was on a tear. He could have won 3 straight. So good solid leadership there.
Sounds good. Second last pick, we'll go to the GM of. This is a bit of a weird pairing, but hey, I guess if they want to work together, they want to work together. It's Ahmed Khalid and Mohammed Hamoudi.
So Mohammed Hamoud has been GM before, so he's no new to this to the leadership role. Ahmed Khalid, he definitely has taken a sidestep. I think he's exploring his leadership qualities. He really wants to don the Austin Matthews helmet and really be that Austin Matthews captain. So I think that's why he stepped up to being the GM role. It does. I think he's gonna really have to step up in terms of scoring because he really hasn't been able to do much in his last few seasons.
Okay, and the last pick is the most intriguing duo of them all is Yusuf and Hassan Mohammed. Not sure if anyone has intel on this duo, but I'm intrigued to see how they perform against the more seasoned veterans.
So these guys are play for Dynamo, and they are, I would say, a strong duo. You've got a goalie, and you've got Hassan up front. I think they got solid backing, but it would come down to how these guys end up drafting. Do they go with just young players that they know, or are they gonna try to gather up some veteran leadership?
And is this what this team needs? Like,
You know what? I played in a tournament with them over at ISNA, and these guys played, solid. But I think they'll need to balance out their roster.
The precedence still is that no goalie GM has won a chip.
Well, could be a first.
all right. So
Okay.
we are done with the GM introductions.
Sorry, I think there's a quick sponsorship video we want to play.
Sounds good.
And Ismail Malik, I see your post. Jazakallah.
Family. As we gear up for another exciting season, iConsulting is thrilled to welcome you all to the league. Let's make this season unforgettable with great sportsmanship and camaraderie on and off the rink. At iConsulting, we believe in transforming healthcare through the power of digital innovation. Our vision is a future where healthcare is more patient-centered, efficient, and accessible for everyone. Our mission is to lead the transformation in healthcare using disruptive technologies, data analytics, and AI. We aim to empower healthcare organizations to improve patient outcomes and enhance community well-being globally. We're proud to be your sponsor this season, supporting this amazing community and all the incredible players. Wishing all the teams the best, play hard, have fun, and make this one to remember.
Want to learn more about our initiatives? If you are in the healthcare industry or have a passion for using technology, data, and AI to advance healthcare, connect with us anytime at iconsulting.ca or follow us on LinkedIn. Stay updated with our latest innovations and contributions to healthcare. Thank you and all the best.
All right. It's awesome that we do have sponsors helping out in the Muslim community. Please support them any way you can, guys. Without our sponsors, we won't have all these amenities that as a league we enjoy. So please do check them out, and yes, please support our Muslim brothers and sisters in the community. All right, gentlemen, let's take a look at potential first round picks. We have a graphic that's coming up shortly. All right.
So what do you guys think? Out of these 5, who's going to be the first pick?
So we already know that there's a little bit of history with Hamza Ali and Dawood Siamber. So we know that they have been a GM pairing before.
Yeah.
So I think I'm leaning towards that's going to be the best pickup right there. And then I think Iman will go with Wasim Vauda right afterwards. Just again, connection, but I'm thinking Hamza Ali is going to go first overall.
Guys in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are. See if you're right or wrong. Yeah. We could go on to taking a look at the goalies in the draft. We have one of the goalies in the draft here. The best dressed goalie in the draft, at least.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's at home donning a jersey and waiting for their team to be called.
So there's a dress code. I mean, yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on the goalies, guys?
You guys are the shooters, man. I need to know because I'm not even on there. So
I think goalie wise, undoubtedly, you have Yusuf Kapoor standing atop of these 5 goalies. I mean, his stats show everything that you need to see. And although there's very good players in that goalie pool with Mufti and Arsal Bhatti and Huzaifa Mahida, I just think Yusuf Kapoor is just a level above all of those goalies, in my opinion.
So I'm going to say this. I think the sleeper pick right here for goalie is Arsal Bhatti. I mean, that guy, no one expected him to do that well over the summer season. And I think he's going to come back that much stronger for the fall season. And he's my sleeper pick as a goalie.
And by that well, I think he's referring to below 2.0 goals against average and winning the best goals against average in the summer.
All right.
He's solid.
speaking about sleeper picks, we actually have. All right, but let's take a quick look at sleeper picks. These are guys that are in the draft that don't go as high, but they play a significant part of it. And so yes, you have some familiar faces. We don't have to go through, but we'll just play docs a welcome message to the league so players are familiar. Oh, sorry, we're playing a sponsor video first, and then
In the meantime, if you want to put in who you think is their sleeper pick of this draft.
And blessings to all joining ISLAM this season. Today, we'll explore how Hoopo and ISLAM are working together to create lasting change through sports and community initiatives. At Hoopo, we believe the current charity models are flawed as it fosters a continuous cycle of dependency and reliance. Instead, we focus on empowering communities by fostering entrepreneurs and engaging in initiatives to promote self-reliance. Hoopo is redefining charity from pity to paychecks.
Our vision is to empower communities with essential tools for thriving. By rebuilding homes, fostering entrepreneurship, and creating jobs, we aim to make a lasting impact. Health, revenue creation, housing, education, and building green infrastructure are our pillars for sustainable development.
There are two ways to support Hoopo, either as a long-term investor or as a donor. Both models always keep the end goal in mind: creating self-sustaining communities and breaking the cycle of dependency. Hoopo is proud to sponsor ISLAM this season. Visit us at gahoopo.com and follow us on the gram to support us as an investor or as a donor today. Together, we can create a brighter future for communities in need. Thank you and wishing you all the best this season.
And we're back, boys.
We're back. Here we go.
all right, we are ready for the first overall pick. Arf, take us away, please.
Here it comes.
So the best player in the draft is.
Okay, let's see. 1 second. We're just getting pick in.
And this player will be going to Ali Wadi and Davut Siamber's team.
Come
So
on.
this is the sleeper picks, but we'll get there.
Come on.
I do like Amir Wasif, his comment of Foster is the best sleeper pick.
Sleeping pick.
No, best sleeper.
I'm sleeping pick, yeah. I do see Was giving me a shout out. Hey Maju, appreciate it. I'm guessing that's Wasim.
I think you spelled your name wrong.
For a guy who's grown up with
All right,
me.
so the first pick overall in this
here we go.
season is Wasim Bauda.
Oh,
Wow.
Wasim
There you go.
Bauda.
We had him ranked first in the
Wow.
scouting report. Maju, what are your sources saying?
He sucks. No, I'm kidding. he's had. I'm a little surprised. Like I said, I think Hamza Ali would have gone just because, again, the familiarity. But they're getting a fantastic player, tier 1, Pool A, national Pool C champion as well. So they're getting one of the best, if not the best, the strongest player in the draft, young and just speedy. So goalies, just watch out for his bullet. It's hard to stop.
All right, awesome. We'll move on to the next pick, Team Iman. Again, for the viewers, this is Anand Gagnet and Huzaifa Mandra.
The second pick is Hamza Ali.
Hamza
Wow.
Ali, the speedster, goes to Iman.
So no surprise there. I think they probably had Vauda on their list, but since DC didn't take him, so they went with Hamza Ali.
And there is a little bit of connection between Huzaifa Mandra and Hamza Ali. They were also Hamza Ali had stepped in to be a co-GM when the other GM had dropped out. So definitely some chemistry there.
Okay. We are at the third overall pick. This is
Who do we
Altaf
got?
Panchadi and Zahir Kazi's first pick.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is their first time GMing. Panchadi and Kazi.
MYC, the youngster,
What?
goes to Rida.
Yeah, I think this is a Zahir pick, 100%. Just because I know Zahir and MYC have played together in the summer, and I know they have familiarity with each other. So their play styles complement each other. So I'm not really surprised. I have a feeling that Zahir might have taken this one from Altaf.
Okay, moving quickly on through the draft. We're Team Haya, Luke, and Akib. And they've taken the steady defenseman from Suber in the winter, Tayyib Clare.
So he's a really good two-way forward. The only thing I can knock on him is his temperament. Even he's really passionate in the way he plays, but he's just, as long as if he can get that under control, just his his outburst or his passion, he's definitely someone a force to be reckoned with. He can score and play D, so wherever the team needs, he'll be there.
Sounds good.
He's one of those kids that can turn up a gear. Like he'll surprise you. He's got speed and good hands.
All right. Team White, Yakin, RC, and Yusuf. They've went with Zakaria Ali.
Interesting choice.
Maju, we played on him on Yakin.
Yep.
You know him fairly well. He's your he was your defender. So.
Yeah. So Zakaria Ali's just solid D-man. I believe he's part of that kind of that Greenbirds franchise. Really good and tough to get around. Pure heart, pure hustle. The only thing about him is, will he show up? So I'm calling you out, Zakaria. I know. Come on, he's a doctor. He's gonna miss games, but great pick.
All right. Who will be joining the defending champs? Asif and Omar Mahmoud. Rehan Khawaja. Hazel, this is your Dynamo teammate. Well,
No.
No?
These guys are a little bit younger.
Yeah.
These guys are a little bit younger, but the kid's solid. I mean, he's fast. He's got great hands. A real difference maker on a team. I think the only drawback that team had this past summer was attendance. Otherwise, Rayon himself, he's a solid player. So I think it's a smart pick by Asif and Omar. And yeah, he'll definitely make change, provided he shows up.
He only did miss, like, I think 3 games from what I saw. So he only missed only 3 games in the summer. But again, in the entirety, that's about a third of the games. So
okay, we are at the second last pick for the first round. This is Team Suburb drafting. Ahmed Khalid, Mohammed Hamoud. They've drafted the long-time Haya trio. They drafted Sufyan Sheikh.
I'm a little surprised that Haya didn't take Sufyan. Just like you said, that Haya trio, Sufyan's been the GM trio with Akib and Luke. So definitely a little surprised there. But he will help Ahmed become a better player. Sufyan is a dish master, and he just loves to get those sliding tap-in goals. So he's a player who can, again, secure the face-off, but back checks and just pure hustle getting it up the court. So really stretching that team.
Okay, and to end off the first round, we have Yusuf and Hassan Mohammed. They have went with the youngster, Mikhail Zaidi. Abdulaziz, your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I mean, all speed and hands and a shot that's really good. He'll blow past you if you're not paying attention. So great pickup, by Yusuf and Hassan, and it's a Dynamo player as well that they probably wanted. Just overall an amazing pickup for them.
So I will say I'm a little shocked here, but rightfully so. Like you said, he has the credentials behind him. One stat I want to throw out, and Essen, I know you're probably watching, so I'm going to throw this out just for you. Essen, in his 75-game career, he has 31 points. Mikhail, in his 45-game career, has 29 points. So he's 2 points behind his dad. So Mikhail, I want to see you break your dad's record right now.
It's good to see the evolution of the league, though, where like your kid is getting drafted before the father.
You're right, because a couple of seasons we saw Essen going earlier and then Mikhail going later. So
it's bound to happen.
All right. We're going to take a quick break for a message from one of our sponsors.
So Alia is a dedicated and experienced real estate professional and investor with a passion for helping clients achieve their real estate goals. With over 5 years of industry experience, she has developed a deep understanding of the local market trends and possesses a keen eye for identifying lucrative investment opportunities. There are 3 areas of focus, including strategic investments, facilitating transactions, as well as legal and regulatory knowledge. Alia is thrilled to be a sponsor of Islam Hockey as they take the field this season. Their passion, teamwork, and dedication mirror our values, and I'm honored to be part of their journey. Let's hit those goals together. Here's to an amazing season of hockey. Good luck, teams. Play hard, stay focused, and trust in your skills. Every pass, shot, and save brings you closer to victory. You've got this. Let's make it a great season.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for that message, Imad. It's really a privilege. I remember starting this when we were running this league back in the early 2010s. We didn't have sponsorship, so see the league evolve where having this investment is such a blessing.
Yeah, all three of our sponsors so far, Alia, I Consulting, and Hupo have been, well, Hupo's more recent, but the other two have been here for a long term. So Jazakallah for sponsoring us and just giving us the everything that we need, and Jazakallah khair.
All right, and those new to the draft league, the way it works is you have the draft order. We went through that fairly quickly, and now the next round is they will draft in the reverse order. So a class went last, they now draft first in the second round, and we're just waiting for their pick.
So the next one is Ridwan Ali.
Abdulaziz, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, another Dynamo kid, just I guess there's a bit of a trend that we're seeing form, maybe more, I don't know. Just Dynamo players together on one team. Ridwan Ali, solid defenseman. I've played a bit with him. Overall, has the legs again, and just has a shot, and he's very high IQ player as well.
Okay, Subbers on the clock, and they've drafted another defenseman, Farouk Khan. You want to?
Yeah,
you know him well.
I'll take it. Yeah, Farouk Khan, amazing player, big body. He has that shot from the point. He loves to play that offensive-minded demon. One of the best in the league, if not the best. Just a great player, great brother overall, and just a solid pick in the second round for sure.
Mr. Finalist, that's what he is right now.
That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, we were in the finals this past summer.
Well, he's unfortunately, Farouk, I'm gonna say this, but you're always in the finals, but not winning the chip. So it's not on him.
Actually, I need to challenge you. He won in the winter. But
yeah.
Oh, that's what happens when I'm not here.
There you go.
He's there. He's always
So what you're
competing.
Yeah,
saying
he
is,
is.
if you're in nets, he never wins.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's it. When I'm his goalie, it doesn't happen.
It's the chicken or the egg. Does the defenseman make the goalie better, or does goalie make the defense
All right, I think we have another pick that was announced. So it's Abrar Gangat.
Oh, so he's joining Team Taqwa. Maju, this is a player you know well.
No, I'm
No?
surprised that I know
He's from Malton.
Adnan Gangat. Abrar is, well, of course, I'm assuming it's his brother. I've seen him before. Not the biggest player or anything, but I'm just trying to get my bearings on Abrar just to make sure. But throwing me off a little bit here.
Yeah, just go lower. I think I saw his name down there. There you go.
So Abrar Gangat. Yeah, well, so far in terms of points, 13 games played and 13 points. So I guess he is that good. A point per game player.
All right, so RC and Yusuf are up next, and they've drafted the veteran Rizzi Khaler. Basil?
Oh, okay. Solid guy. I think a great pick. This guy is a complete athlete. Runs, hustles, got a great shot. He's got speed and a lot of hockey IQ. Like, he's coming from that Greenbird squad. He's very smart. And pair him up with good line mates. These guys would be a force to be reckoned with. So, like, smart player.
We are waiting for Haya's second pick, and it's in. So the theme of veterans continues. Arcel, Abdulaziz.
Yeah, Arcel
Montreal
Shahabuddin.
legend.
Yeah, exactly. You nailed it. Montreal legend, Arcel Shahabuddin. Great player. I play very frequently with him. Amazing player, very high IQ. Probably one of the best players I've played with in my career playing ball hockey overall. And I think he's just a solid pick. I expected him to go in round 1, so I'm surprised he went in round 2. But overall, just an amazing brother, has so much knowledge of the game, and is very high IQ. Definitely has that leadership capability.
All right, the next pick is Saif Khawaja.
Oh, wow. So we go from veterans to youth. Abdulaziz might as well.
Yeah, I
change
can
up the
take
theme
it.
here.
I can take it. Yeah, Saif Khawaja, amazing demon, plays very well on that. He can quarterback that D-core. If you don't have a demon, he can be your first demon. there was an amazing goal that he scored in the past season where he went tape to tape, just went the whole length of the rink and scored it.
Was that the one where he had the GoPro?
Exactly.
I
He
think we
had the
have that. I
GoPro.
don't know if
We
we have
have it.
enough time to tee it up, but
That's fine. You guys can find it. But
it's on our socials.
yeah, it's on the socials. Amazing player overall. He just really great brother and really good demon.
All right. So this brother here, I need help pronounce his name. I'll give it a shot. Ali Jawad Tarbai is joining Huzaifa and Adnan Gagid on Team Iman.
So I'm definitely one of the sleeper players for me. I'm just again surprised that he went as high. I thought people would not know him as well, and he would kind of fall and just kind of be hidden. But great player. I remember the last season he played. I just kept having to look at the score sheet. I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Just a total difference maker, pure hustle. I believe he played D and just phenomenal hockey IQ and just knows where to be.
Okay, and we're at the last pick of the second round. It goes back to Ali Wadi and Dawood Siamber. And they've drafted Dawood Siddiqui. We don't have much on him. I don't think any of the panelists are too familiar.
Not
All we know, he's
No.
relatively young. He's from Whitby. He's from the East End. So
Not familiar with this player at all.
So for him to go second round, that's
that's
Someone knows
that's a tell.
something.
Someone knows
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
Oh, our
Okay.
intel is telling us it's Yusuf Siddiqui's brother. So
Okay.
Huh.
The next pick is Ibrahim Siddiqui.
So starting the third round, the next pick is Ibrahim Siddiqui. So they're drafting brothers, it seems, second, third.
Probably for right issues.
Yeah. No, but to draft them that early, again, there must be something going on there.
Friend of the show.
Longtime friend of the show, graphic designer, baseball superstar, Saqib Khokar. I think any one of us could take a shot at this one.
Correction. It's softball, not baseball.
Softball.
Yeah,
Baseball are for men.
it's Mr. Softball to you. It's
Oh, we forgot Chell Legend.
Chell legend. I'm again. I don't know how many games he's gonna miss. Last fall season, he had issues committing because of his ankle and playing softball and all of that. So I'm hoping he doesn't get injured. But a beast in the face-off, knows where to be, his position. So just a phenomenal player overall. But he just needs to get his mind into softball.
Ooh, the first goalie in the draft. This was no surprise. This might actually lead to a domino effect of more goalies being drafted later on. We'll see. But Yusuf Kapoor, he was your goalie. He was the best goalie on
best.
the worst team. I don't know how that happened, but he was
Yeah.
the best goalie in the league.
I mean, great player, best goalie, hands down. I think if he continues the way he's been playing, I don't see him any goalie actually topping his stats. I think it's just going to continue the trend that he's been on. And he's going to a solid team. So I expected him to go high, and he did go high. And that team that picked him just got in the best goalie in the league, in my opinion.
Maju, you had a good view of him. He deserved better than what he had got in the summer season, but
Oh, he got gypped by attendance.
Not only attendance, to be honest. I think he was the steal of that team. He was the one who was keeping him in there. 20 saves on a regular. Without him, unfortunately, that team just wouldn't have been as good as they were. So just phenomenal player, phenomenal goalie, and rightly deserved.
Well, he wasn't really a steal because he was a GM.
That's still a steal, sir.
but we both know 20 saves. There weren't the average 20 saves. There were 20 stellar shots from
Yeah.
the slot, breakaways,
Very
2-on-1s.
high percentage
Yeah,
ones.
so
Yep,
It was
absolutely.
ridiculous what he could do and how he could turn a game. Team Haya saw a goalie pick. They wanted to get their goalie as well, so they went with Hamza. But
Yeah, I guess I can talk about him again. Great brother overall, great goalie. He's a big goalie, so that's one of the biggest things. And he played very well, if not probably the brightest part about the summer team of Haya. Overall, great goalie, big body, will make those saves, puts everything on the line every game, 100%. So definitely, and I guess he gets to don that Haya jersey again and gets a chance for redemption.
all right. RC's third pick is veteran Farouk Sani. you played on his team many times with Dawood.
Yeah, I mean, again, great player. Me and Sani go way back. You know, we always chit chat. We meet quite frequently, and I'm surprised that I'm not gonna be able to see him in the red of Ihsan again. I know he loves that jersey, and he'll probably tag me about it on Friday. But overall, great pickup, and he's going to a great team, and I'm looking forward to what they can do.
Sani has been cut from his multi-year deal with Dawood. There was some contract negotiations that fell through, so he became a free agent. So he's allowed to go elsewhere.
Change is never a bad thing, so they say. Ooh, so the defending champs have picked a veteran, Muhammad Ali Kesantini. Basil, you're fairly familiar with Mo.
Oh, this guy is a workhorse. He just goes absolutely berserk. Like, great player, hustles hard, solid pickup. To me, he reminds me of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's what he looks like if he was dehydrated.
I think they're from the same era too.
Likely they are.
So speaking of old guys,
I mean, he's not that old. He is. Let's put some respect on his name. He is a summer
Mr. MVP.
Finals MVP.
So, but he's going back to Suburb. So rightfully, he's on that right jersey. He's wearing the right jersey. Now that team, I think they just did a perfect top 5 like picks. So the 3 picks plus the GMs rounded it out. They got 2 stellar D-men, Farouk Khan and now Omar Asawi. Hard to get around. They're gonna be physical. They're gonna body you. Risk is a penalty or whatnot, but Omar and his cannon, Farouk and his cannon, it's not going to be an easy day for anybody on the offensive or defensive end. So great pick.
And don't forget Hamoudi has a blast from the past at the point. Finishing out the 3rd round is, again, he's joining his son 2 rounds later, Ahsan Zaidi.
So we've never said that. He's joining his son. So this is, again, a first for that.
It's the evolution of the league now.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of surprised that these guys picked Essen, but I mean he still went very high, and it's solid defenseman. Great pick there, great pick.
Okay.
Who's the next one? Oh, it's on the snake.
It's on a snake. We're waiting for a class.
So
Oh,
I
we were
played with
getting-
Essen in the summer. We were actually in the finals. Essen, like, great leadership. This guy, like. I think great
So
asset.
sorry to cut you off, Faisal. We have the next pick. It's
We do.
Rahman
All right.
Batar. Do you want to go into a class?
So AR Butter, as everyone likes to call him. I know it's Batar, but Butter. He's got a voice that's deeper than mine, even though mine is just sick. And but he's a really good player. I've seen him. I've been on his team a couple of times here and there, and great. The passion is phenomenal from him, and just he wants to be there. He wants to get nitty gritty and be right in front of the net. Again, with some of these Greenberry players, that passion kind of can elevate a little bit too much. So as long as he keeps his temperament as well under control, I think we can expect some phenomenal things from this team, from him actually.
We're ready for the next pick. Team Suburb has selected Anas Varachia. He had a phenomenal summer season.
Yeah.
Maju, go ahead, chime in. Maju's familiar. You're familiar.
Yeah, I guess I can talk and then Maju can chime in. Anas is a great player, very offensive minded. You know, he has that reach as a player. So he did very well. In fact, he was actually claimed as waiver compensation from Ihsan last season. So I think that was definitely a very interesting way to go to a championship team and win the chip. You know, but great brother, great hands, you know, has a shot. And he has good legs too, so he will run and protect the ball very well to create those scoring chances on that team.
He was playing defense for
No,
No,
wing.
he was forward.
He was forward.
forward.
Yeah. So he started off with Daoud Siambra and Nissan in the summer, scoring well, and then when he went to Taqwa, wasn't able to score. But it doesn't mean that he dropped off. He was still being able to pull players towards him, do a lot of key elements that the team needed and was necessary. But I feel that all he needs to do is speak up for himself. He another player on his team was letting him, he kind of saw tendencies the way Anas was playing and said, hey, Anas, play the left wing, play the position. And he was like, no, it's okay. You play it. But Anas, just take it, do what you're good at, play your position, and just like be strong with it. Just continue on, man. Ooh, we got a nice comment by Mohammed. I have no idea, but love the addition of Abdulaziz. So
Oh,
yeah,
much appreciated. That's I don't know which Muhammad it is, but whoever it is,
We only have
much
about 15
appreciated.
of them in this round.
Exactly. You
So
know?
thank them all when you see them.
Omar, you're old, man. You're well, you're not as old as I am, but you're still old.
So he is not going to Team Haya, actually. Just to recap, he is
Surprise.
going to Team Taqwa, Bika and Omar Mahmoud's team.
So Sadat Malik, yeah, a little surprised. He's donned that Haya jersey quite often in recent seasons. Big, I think 6'4", if not taller. D-man, really hard to get around with his bamboo shoot of a stick. Clap bomb from the point. Physical player, so just all around phenom on the defensive end. Stay at home D-man. So that's definitely will really help a goalie that needs that defenseman that will clear the front of the net and contribute that way. He necessarily won't show up on the score sheet, but he brings those intangibles and that leadership to the bench.
Okay, we are waiting for Team Yakin's pick, and it's in. Bilal Alvi, Abdulaziz. This is one of your
Yeah, honestly,
highly touted players.
I've played with Bilal. I played with him in winter on Iman. He's a tall player, loves to play D, has that big reach. He'll close off the lane and push you to the outside. It's really hard getting past him. So as a player, as a defenseman, he's solid, and he has a decent shot too when he's in the offensive zone. So overall, he's like a Swiss knife. He can play stellar defense, and he can really up the ante when they need him on the offense. So overall, great pick, big person, solid defenseman pickup.
Okay, Haya's on the clock next. Imad Kawaja, we were getting word Imad Kawaja will be on
Rick-
Haya. It seems to me this is like a replacement for Sadat Malik. They didn't get Sadat, so they got him. I mean, both phenomenal players, but
Well, Imad, he's returning to the league. And he's a big body and a solid player.
yeah,
Like,
just like Sadat.
Yeah,
he feels that.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, and he's a great player, and he can bring that offensive push for that team. So, solid pick. I mean, these teams are shaping up really strong in the first couple of rounds here.
Team Rida, familiar face, relatively new to the media team, Abdullah Patel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Abdullah, he's just gotten better recently. I've seen him. Unfortunately, if we had that clip, we would show it, but I'm glad we kind of don't. Where his finals heartbreak, where he kind of just fanned on an open net almost. But he's just gotten better. I've seen him play regularly in multiple leagues over the seasons, and even in the summer. Unfortunately, he missed a lot of games, but he was the difference maker out there. Just pure hustle. And an offensive catalyst. So it's good to see him and kind of getting that respect he deserves.
And keep in mind he was drafted by Altaf in the summer, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, Iman has drafted Hussein Panju. We don't have much on him on our scan report. We know that he's relatively young, in his early 20s, from Richmond Hill.
Is he part of the Dynamo?
Richmond Hill would kind of be exit out of the Dynamo.
He's not
So
part of the jurisdiction.
yeah, he's not there. He
Uh-huh.
doesn't cover that area. So I don't know if Huzaifa Mandra has some intel on that, or is it Adnan Gangat has the insider info on Hussein Panju.
Oh,
Moving on.
we're moving on. Sorry, they're going pretty
Hassan,
fast.
Hassan, let's go.
So Ehsan has selected their goalie, Huzaifa Maheda.
He last time he played, he was on team Yakin, I believe, and that was last winter, if I'm not mistaken. Solid goalie, can definitely keep his team in there. He can make a difference. He plays on Donlands as it is, Pool C for Salam Cup, so he's not a new goalie, but it's a little bit high to be taking him. But again, DC and Aliwadi may have more intel than I do, but he is a solid pickup.
Well, I played with him on Taqwa a couple of seasons ago. very streaky goalie, very streaky, but good guy, but streaky, typical goalie.
Yeah. Just to add, like last 2 points is he was actually part of that huge trade that happened between Takwa and Yakin.
That's
the
right.
4-player swap in
Yeah.
winter. And then he's actually a Pool C champ. He won with Don Lands this
Oh,
summer.
congratulations,
in the
Josefa.
first Pool C. So
Before we get to next pick, I know he's on the screen. But just in terms of the goalies, I'm actually surprised Colin Mufti wasn't drafted yet. And also one of our Zayn Maja hasn't been drafted yet. So we'll see where they go. Maybe they're going to go in the next few rounds. Moving on, Hassan on the Snake has now drafted Omar Farouk Daya.
So Omar Farouk, really a sleeper player. He doesn't get a lot of the respect he deserves. He is pure hustle. He will chase down the ball like his life depends on it. Phenomenal player. Plays pool. Well, I faced him on Pool B. Wasn't able to play this year, but just a great player and pure hustle. So I'm liking the fact he went 5th round, but it makes sense with Dawood. He just wants pure workhorses to be on his team.
Okay. And Iman he's returning back to Iman as Ismail Malik.
Oh, Professor Ismail.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. I know no one gets that reference. It's because I made up that name and it's my own thing. But it was because in the summer season, this guy was just finding ways to score. And again, he did it again last summer. So he is not new to goal scoring by any means. And if I am correct, I was just looking at this a little bit earlier, but I believe he has 49 career points. So, yeah. So, sorry, that might be a mistake, but 49 career points. So
But he's a serviceable forward.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
he just might be one of those sleeper picks that's going to really make a difference on that team.
All right. Team Rida has now selected Mohammed Patel. Maybe this is one of the Mohammeds that's giving you a shout out.
honestly, it could be. I
Mohammed
mean,
Patel is
I know this is a Malton pick, so I wouldn't be surprised if Zahir's behind this. Great brother, plays very well, has good hands, and has a very high IQ. So definitely going back with Zahir onto that Malton team, and it should be like a very good season for him, especially if he's going this high for sure.
Okay. Haya has at least retained one Malik. Hussein Malik is now staying with the Malik clan.
So Hussein Malik, surprisingly enough, I just looked at the stats too. He also has 49 points. So I don't know what the heck's happening there. But I hate to say this, I'll be controversial, but I think that's too high. Hussein had an amazing early season, like rookie season, and a couple of seasons after that, and he has really struggled to keep that same trajectory alive. In the summer, he again very serviceable player, big body in front, but he's not getting the goals. He's not getting the points that he really needs until the very end and close to the playoff run. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, they didn't make the playoffs. So, Hassan, I'm hoping you can do a lot more and find a different gear because, dude, you're dropping off.
It's Hussein, not Hassan.
Sorry, Hussein. Sorry,
All
there's
right.
too many Maliks.
All right, next pick. I got this one.
Yeah,
Naim
so-
Shah.
And he'll be joining Yakin.
Yo, this guy reminds me of a bootleg Sean Paul.
Oh, come on, man.
Just give me the lights. That's who. I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I really like the guy. He's jokes. Funny guy. He's got hands, and he can really put the ball in the net. But he needs to be paired up with the right line mates to be very effective.
He made a difference, I think, on Taqwa last season. I'm a little disappointed that he didn't end up on Taqwa, just one pick away from Taqwa. But Yakin got a really good player, and he's one of the sleepers for a reason, right? He's gonna be able to find the players. He's gonna be able to dish it, and working with RC and Yusuf, I think he's gonna get a lot of points.
All right. I think Taqwa didn't get named Shah, so they went the goalie route. Colin Mufti, the aforementioned Colin Mufti.
I mean, I can.
Funny storyline
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you interject is they actually played against him in the finals, so
Yeah.
they had to make up pretty quickly and be on the same page.
Yeah.
Listen. Mufti was on my team in the finals. We lost our GM on the first shift of the very first game, and it changed the dynamic of the whole series. So
Yeah.
I don't think it was Mufti's fault. Mufti's always a solid goalie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just to add to that, I mean, even though some people think with age, goalies might go down, I see the reverse at Islam with Mufti, especially just
Ali Khawaja?
every season, Ali Khawaja, Mufti, these goalies just keep getting better and better. Zaid Maju, exactly. Especially Mufti. Last season, I think he had one of his best seasons on Ikhlas, if not the best of his Islam career. Just amazing to see him making phenomenal saves, and just a great pickup. And
Little surprised that
you know.
Taqwa didn't go with
Arsenal?
Yasser Hussein. The man that
Yeah.
they won the championship with.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
All right, who do we got up here?
Oh, your friend Abdulaziz, Arsal Bati.
So Arsenal's going to which team?
He's joining Subur's team.
He's
And-
going with Hamoudi to Sabr. Wow.
And just to make sure that the graphic says defenseman, but he's the goalie.
Yeah, Arsenal's a goalie. He's my boy.
And you score on him.
And I love scoring on him. He knows that very well. A lot of my points of my Islam career have come on Arsenal. So as far as he's told me, I play a factor in his head. I think I'm just better than him.
And he had said why he went from defenseman to goalie. I went the opposite way. I went goalie to forward.
He always played goalie outside of Islam, surprisingly, and he wanted to actually transition, but he just wanted to start in the summer just to get a feel for the league. And then he knew that if he can stand out in summer, then he can definitely play in the winter and fall seasons. And it just kind of worked perfectly that this past summer we needed goalies in the league, and he stepped up and filled one of those spots. Great goalie, great brother. I'm still gonna score on you. It doesn't matter.
Right. Ending off the round is Khalil Megji. My apologies if I pronounced that
Khalil
wrong.
Megji.
We don't have much on this brother. He's relatively young. Comes up from Richmond Hill. Where it is, he plays out of Dynamo, so you might have something.
No, I
Nope,
don't
nothing.
got too much on him. No, I do not. All I know is that he might play on Dynamo. That's it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, if he's on Dynamo, if those rumors are true, I mean, it would make sense that he's joining Yusuf and Hassan Mohammed.
All right, we're gonna play a quick video from our the league disciplinarian, and that's Doc. So let's cue that up.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Dr. Naveed, your friendly disciplinarian for Islam. I had a very boring summer, and I had a very boring summer because all of you guys, all of our amazing players and brothers at Islam played a very clean season. Of course, there were penalties, but there was no fights, no head contacts, nothing outside the rink, no threats. All of those bad things that we have experienced periodically in the past by one or two people, but it makes us all very concerned, and it makes us all look bad. I want to thank all of you for a wonderful summer season, and I want to just encourage you to just do the same this fall and play your best, display the Islamic brotherhood that we've displayed so often, and have an amazing season. Most importantly, don't break anybody's spine, and keep your shoulders and elbows to yourself, not in other people's faces. Anyways, have a great season. Thanks, guys.
All right, funny guy, Doc. Maji, did you want to just recap what we were discussing in terms of goalies? What team doesn't have a goalie? Which goalie remains?
Yeah, so I think we're all a little bit surprised that Arsenal went at what he did. He is a good goalie. He has his pedigree. Well, one season, and he's played in ISNA as well. So not to take anything away from him, but two teams do not have a goalie right now. So Yakin has not drafted a goalie, and Iman has not drafted a goalie.
All right, getting back into the draft. Picks are coming in fast and furious. Joining Ikhlas on the snake is Rizzi Malik. Faisal, I mean, Rizzi Malik's well known by all of us, but Faisal, he wanted to comment.
You guys are the same age, so you probably can comment on him the best.
Yo, I like that guy. He's jokes. I love trash talking with him. It's funny, and he's got a very a good smile, laughter, and a good humor about him. And he's a solid player. Guy's a grinder. Like out there, like there's few guys that'll out hustle him. Like every shift, he's going 110. So I definitely like
His yell scares me sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a leadership pick.
Yeah.
Veteran presence. Him and Ashton can really bring that leadership, that loud voice to that team. So definitely a great pick.
All right, the next pick is Hashim Chowdhury. He will be joining Team Saber.
A little bit interesting of a pick. Not to say it's a bad pick. Hashim is a solid D-man. For his size, he's a brick wall. You're not going to get around him. So now you have three big guys that are just going to body you. They're going to make it not fun for you to be in their defensive zone. Hashim has a cannon. He's shown that in the summer. I think he picked. I don't actually know which goalie he picked apart, but it was top cheese. It was a slapper top cheese.
Look, Summer is shaping up to have a very strong defensive core. Like you got Farouk Khan, you've got Omar Sawi, and you've got Hashim Chaudhry, and you can put Hamoudi in the back there too. So that's going to be pretty scary. And I mean, their top pick, Sufyan Sheikh. Like these guys are going to be a solid team. They're
Yeah.
Sufyan Sheikh is the next pick also.
Yeah, that's not a misnomer. There's another Sufyan Sheikh. One is a veteran of the league that we're all familiar with. This is a relatively young brother, about early 20s, coming out of
Do you have a picture of him?
Guelph.
So no, we don't.
that's yeah, he's coming out of Guelph. Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that is dedication to be driving all the way from Guelph. We've had brothers, a team from Guelph before. So alhamdulillah, it's good to see him coming back.
It's good to see the league grow in different areas of across the GTA.
for sure.
We have Cambridge guys coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, the next pick, Yusuf Zaidi. He will be joining Team Yakin.
So Yusuf Zaidi, please do not forget your gear in your car again, because when I was in this scorekeeping this summer, I did not need to smell that. But besides that point, phenomenal player, a lot of hustle. Again, part of the Zaidi family. I'm pretty sure Essen will try to convince the GMs to trade for Yusuf. But great hands, great speed, great vision. He finally found his rhythm at the tail end of the summer season. So inshallah, he can get his legs going earlier. But the fact that he's with RC, it's going to help him.
Okay, up next is Haya. They went with Ahmar Wasef. That must be an older picture of him because
That
He's
guy's
trimmed
so
down.
underrated though.
Yeah.
He's really underrated. He's always been on like some of the top teams, always like in the playoffs, and he does well, but he just flies under the radar. He's not very vocal talkative, but he's a solid player. Love this guy.
Yep.
we're getting word of the next pick. The next pick going to Rida is Ali Abdullah. Don't think any of us have too much on Ali Abdullah.
Yeah, I don't know him.
All I have, again, all these young guys from Richmond Hill. I mean, our league must be growing in Richmond Hill.
I see a picture coming up there. There's a young guy too.
The
Anybody heard of this guy?
next pick goes Azhar Safar. He's Honey Man.
Yeah, really young. He hasn't played hockey that long. No, I'm kidding. But phenomenal player. He has the IQ. He has the hustle.
He has the cardio.
He
Guy
has
doesn't
the
stop running.
Yeah, I think he's probably in his 40s, if not 50s now, early 50s. But he doesn't. He's not. Wow. Okay, so he doesn't stop running. Absolutely amazing. Penalty killer.
He's running right now. Listen to the podcast.
But one shortcoming of his game is the fact that he pinches to no extent, and then when he's trying to come back, the rest of the team's trying to accommodate for where he went and chase down the ball, and that kind of leaves a hole.
I see what you're saying, because he won't play positional. He will chase the ball, and it doesn't matter which corner it's going into.
Yeah,
and then he gets caught a little.
It happens with runners. They think they could get back as quicker than you can. So
yeah, but he has scored from that.
Speaking
too, so.
about runners, we have another one going to Hassan Taha Azhar. Faisal?
I think he's a great player. I think he's solid. I've played on his team many times. I like the guy. He smart. He plays defense. He knows what he's doing. He'll shut it down, chase guys down, just clear the ball. And solid teammate. I like the guy.
Okay. Hassan's on the snake. And they are selecting Zahid Punchbaya.
Is anybody surprised here?
Your line
You
mate.
see, I guess continuing on with the workhorses, another workhorse that just hustles the ball. We played together in the summer on Rida. Amazing player, just head down, always giving 110 every shift that he gets. Overall, great player, and he'll every single shift he's out there just giving it all, leaving it all on the floor.
Rumors were that he asked to be let out of his contracts, 8-year contract. So I'm again, those are rumors. So a little
DC
surprised.
wasn't willing to let him go.
It seems like Dawood made a swap. He was like, I'm not gonna sign Sani, but I'm gonna re-sign Zahid.
Okay.
Bring back Zahid.
But yeah, great player, just pure hustle and good centerman too.
Hey, anybody heard of this guy? He just been drafted.
He's been drafted, and our very own will be playing on Team Iman, joining forces with Huzaifa Mandra and Adnan Ganget. Arif, any thoughts on your team?
What round did I go in?
Too high.
7.
Snake
Okay,
eyes.
so I've managed to continue my trend downwards. So 5 more rounds and I'm ready to retire. 7. Oh, well, okay.
So
I'm not gonna last that long.
you have won a championship with Huzaifa, so you are reuniting with that championship team.
Yeah,
That is true. That is true.
RF, we were on the
So
same
we just
team.
need Maju to join on our team and we're good.
That's it. No, RF again, underrated. This guy, he's got great hands, and he'll burn you with his sniper like shot. He can pick the corners from the slot anywhere. You point to the corner and he'll get it. He's like, what is it? He's like,
Only from 2 feet away.
top shelf. Boom.
Owen Nolan.
In.
I mean, he looked phenomenal in pickup. He looked so good.
That's because no one's trying.
And how was his hockey game?
So next,
Next pick is Saif Dean Sheikh. We actually had a goal of him. Too bad we can't play, but hopefully we'll get it posted on our socials. He's joining Team Rida, Altaf Panchadi, and Zahir Kazi. Oh, we have the next pick. Faisal, perhaps you could talk about him as Yusuf Bungish joining Luke and Akib.
Okay. What I know about him is he is Zia Bungish's son. So I've actually played with him ice hockey, one of the men's ice hockey pickup leagues, and I've seen him play. There's 3 brothers. They're all coming to the league. Great players playing ice hockey.
You Zia Bangish's son?
Yeah.
That makes me feel really old now.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I think I played with Zia the first time I came to Iceland,
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Went to university with him.
Holy cow!
Mm.
All right.
Fun fact: his uncle, Wasim Bungish, was the leading scorer for our league multiple seasons.
So that's
playoff
the uncle.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Now speaking of veterans,
We go
Look.
to old to young to old. He's the older.
Look at this handsome guy.
He's on Yaki now.
so Ihtisham Qureshi, I believe he's the founder, or he's a pivotal person for iConsulting, and one of our sponsors. From what I've seen of him, just a hard-nosed hockey player, knows where to go, knows where to be. Unfortunately, I don't think just doesn't have the scoring touch or just the luck with the touch, but he is in the right place at the right time.
Oh,
Just a matter of
I'll say
finding
this.
it.
Number one.
He's got high hockey IQ.
Yeah.
The guy's played, competitive hockey for a long time, and he's got great hockey IQ.
Sorry.
Well, talk about high IQ, and Suleiman Bati will be joining Taqwa.
Yeah, he doesn't have any IQ.
Fun fact, he actually played with Asif and Omar last season.
Well, he's played with them now, I think 3 to 4 seasons. So, great 2-way player. He's played center, he plays D, he plays anywhere you need him to. He just doesn't want to play the wing, and I don't blame him. Wing is erratic. It's just a lot of running. I totally get it. But phenomenal player. When I had him as a center and a D man, I just loved the heck out of him, just because he would come back. He would make sure he covers the third man in. So his responsibility was just phenomenal.
Sorry to cut you off, Maju. They're going fast over there. Suber has selected Hamza Abdullahi.
Look who's
one
come
of,
back to the league.
one of the better brothers in the league. That's the brotherhood when you think about him. Your thoughts, Abdulaziz?
Actually, this is my first time playing with him.
Oh,
I've
really?
I've
Wow.
heard great things about him.
Yeah, so his reputation speaks volumes.
Yeah, I've seen him win on the socials, seen him win a few chips with Islam, and I think he's finally returning. If anyone else has any
He
thoughts?
joins
Yeah,
his
he's from the East End. He's played in the East End leagues. I think OBHL,
in YCBHL.
YCBHL over there. Great player. He's smart. He's quick. And he didn't play for the past couple of seasons, but he's coming back. So glad to have you back, buddy.
All right, Ikhlas rounding off this round has selected Tahir Bangash, again from the Bangash clan. The brothers won't be playing. One of the brother Yusuf was drafted on Haya, so they're gonna have to figure out ride issues. I think Faisal, you might have some intel on.
Again,
Just knowing
ice
the
hockey
family-
player.
family
Yeah,
lineage.
ice hockey player. And I don't know how much ball hockey they have been playing, but I'm sure he's transitioning to playing some ball hockey over here at Iceland. So awesome.
All right, and
All right,
then they've
keeping the family
drafted
together.
the brother Mustafa Bangash is now on Ikhlas.
Keeping the family together. That's it. Solving those ride issues.
Well, two of the three brothers.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't be
Let's
surprised
see if they
we,
trade for the other
Yeah,
one.
exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some trade cook up before game one.
We have a fairly familiar guy going to Team Suber.
yo, anybody heard of this guy?
I've never heard of
Who's-
that.
who's this guy?
58th
Never-
overall.
58, matching his
You're
age.
gonna have to do a little bit of a squat there.
Somebody
You're
get
in the
him.
wrong side.
Somebody get him some icy cold, hot and icy, whatever.
No,
that
but
is
while you're
called.
here, Habibi, give us some thoughts about your team. I mean, Hamoudi
Reunited with
drafted.
Hamoudi.
I think
Well,
there's a family special.
I think my team's looking pretty good.
Yeah, speaking to the mic here.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of veteran guys, a lot of guys. I think it's going to be a really fun locker room actually. So I'm really looking forward to playing with all these guys. Obviously, my brother-in-law's on the team, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with Suber. But more importantly, I'm looking forward to starting on Friday. But continue on, and yeah,
All right.
should be fun.
Thank you for dropping in.
All right.
No worries, guys.
The cameo appearance.
We go from one Ahmed to another. Ahmed Desai is going to Asif Bika and Omar Mahmoud's team.
So
Oh, we got a comment from Abdullah
scary
Patel.
hours.
So Ikhlas is building a dynamo team. Scary hours.
Wasn't Yakin and Summer trying to do that, and it didn't work out so nicely?
You know. So,
The next pick for Yakin is Delawar Alvi. Faisal?
you know what? I've heard of the name. I've seen him play. I think if this is the same person, he's a legend.
Yeah,
He's coming back to play.
I
in
believe
Iceland.
he was on Green Birds for.
Yeah. If this is the same person, it is. All right, then. Yeah, great to have him back in the league.
Haya has selected another Malik. Salim Malik will be joining Haya. We're all familiar with Salim Malik. He's a longtime veteran of the league. Perhaps you could speak about him, Michael.
You know what? Honestly, I get confused with all the Maliks that end up coming through. Salim Malik, from what I recall, he's just again. I'm feeling like it's a late pick. But it's a good pickup, right? It's sometimes good to be late. You get to be going on to a stack team already, and Salim just brings a lot of hustle and a lot of veteran presence. So that's gonna definitely round out Haya well.
All right, the next pick, Rida has selected Abid Bayat. We don't have much on this brother. We know he's relatively young, comes out of Malton. Anyone here know anything about him?
I live in T Park.
Live in T Park?
Probably a Zahir
West End.
pick, honestly. Zahir probably picked him, knows the Malton guys, know the way they play. So I wouldn't be too surprised if it's just a Malton pick for the sake of rideshare / playing with your Malton boys.
They like to stick with their crew. They
Right.
like to
All
roll
right.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Iman has selected Nadim Kapadia.
So
Don't know this guy.
yeah, no, I know Nadim Kapadia. Definitely a Huzaifa pick. He knows Nadim. His brother was playing with us before, and that was Vasim Kapadia. So same family. I haven't seen Nadim play in a lot of years, so it's going to be interesting. I'm actually wondering if he went a little bit too high, because considering no one would have known him. But I think Huzaifa is just making sure he gets him.
Rounding out the 8th round, Isan has selected Abdullah Qureshi.
Purple gloves. Is that no?
Do you know him?
Is that the same Qureshi, or that's
he's
the
from Brampton. He's a teenager still.
Oh man,
Ride issues,
He's old enough to have his license.
but he has to have a car.
no, actually no.
No,
I'm thinking of another Qureshi.
Okay. On the snake, they've selected Abdullah Sadiq Patel.
Oh, this guy, he's a nice
wow.
guy. He can play. We were on the same team. We're on the Takwa team. That's that picture right there. If I'm not mistaken, that season we won the championship.
Yeah, and just to chime on, I mean, again, surprised he didn't go to Rida. He probably would have this round actually, and I guess Sam picked him up before they could. But a great brother. He's a really well-rounded brother. Has great knowledge of the game. I played with him in the summer, not at Islam, in a different league, and great line mate. Has a really good IQ and a great pickup, in my opinion.
All
Way to go, DC.
Team Iman has selected Naeem Malik. The reliable defenseman is now wearing purple.
How the heck is he falling this far down? I get it. He
I
doesn't.
think I could chime in here. I think it might have to do with attendance issues.
Okay.
And
okay.
people and you have to remember we have a younger GM, so they might not know the older players as well. But
I think Huzaifa and Adnan both know, but
I mean,
yeah.
he's going to save his team too.
fair enough. Yeah. So Naeem Malik, big body, can play defense, can play forward. Just great
Yeah,
player,
but
but
he
also
is a
doesn't
def-
play with
he is
shin
a
guards.
defender, though.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
But
who he is.
he also doesn't play with shin guards, so that's
Yeah,
a
I
little
don't know how he
surprising.
does that.
Arso Butty out here saying that I look dapper and I'm single for some reason and I can play decent hockey. Jazakallah khair, Arso, but I'm still gonna.
Yeah,
score
this
on
isn't
you.
Shadi.com. This is the iSlam draft.
Exactly.
Just chill, Ursel. This man's true.
We have Omar Masood Khan. He's joining Rida. We don't have much on this brother. He's relatively young, from Mississauga, in his early 20s. Don't think anyone here could chime in.
No.
All right.
Talk about this guy.
Haya
Which guy?
has
Which guy?
selected Hamza
Yo.
Haya.
Oh,
Yo, this is my favorite player in the league.
Your youth.
Hamza Gaya. Still is my favorite player. Next to DC, of course. DC, don't worry, you're my number one, buddy. I've got your fan page ready. But Hamza Gaya, love this kid. Yo, we talked so much smack in that change room until we got traded together. That was one hell of a season. And then this clown over here, Arif, put together some visuals. Man, it's funny.
It's father
Funny.
and son.
Just jokes.
You can't just call it a visual and leave it, because then
Yeah,
people are
Yeah,
gonna think,
people.
I'm just
people
gonna
have- people have
leave it at
minds.
that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I like the kid. I think Hamza Gaya, he's smart, he's very fast, and he's got hands. And I actually think he went pretty late. So he should have gone a lot higher. Just my opinion.
yeah. Great. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, Yakin has selected this guy.
Who's this
So
Who's this guy?
guy?
Yo.
Yakin selects Ahmed Mobeen.
Well, a funny story about RC. When I was a goalie, he always drafted me as his goalie, and now
So you're his backup goalie. Is
I'm
that
his
it?
backup goalie.
Who do
they still don't have a goalie.
It's like if
They
Hamza,
still don't- I mean, maybe he's drafted me as a goalie.
maybe that's what it is. He thinks you're a goalie.
Yeah, maybe.
So, do we have our next pick? Yes, we do.
Ooh.
Mr. Amar Hanif.
This guy just won a championship in the summer. Look at him.
Yeah, he got traded
solid
from the
dude.
last place team, to the first.
And he was
place
so
team.
disappointed when he got traded. And then
Yeah, and
now
then
look,
he-
look who's laughing
You
now.
know?
But he's solid D man.
Fun fact: he's actually reunited with Asad Bika and Omar Mahmoud this season.
I guess.
I think that's why
they
that's why they drafted him,
Yeah.
because they were like, hey, this guy, he plays solid D,
They
shows
traded
up.
for him, and they liked what they saw,
Does-
so they just they're
Yeah,
like,
he's
we'll
a
take him
Comes
again.
in.
reliable veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
And Omar Mahmoud is only looking at attendance when he's drafting. So,
Is he?
Yeah.
one of the big ones. Yeah.
Another brother from suburb that we don't know particularly too much is Anas Patan.
I got nothing on him.
I
no
think
idea.
he's played before, but yeah, I got nothing on
The
him
name
too, man.
sounds so familiar.
I don't recognize the name. I'm sorry. I don't know who he
Okay,
is.
He's young. He's still a teenager. So
Next pick is
at 72nd overall, we have Hussein
is-
Hamad.
Ooh,
he's going to a class.
nice. So this guy, he's a beast. Like, and he is underrated. I think he just goes a little bit later because he's older, but
Yeah.
he's super underrated. This
He's
guy.
yeah, just to add to that, he's very vocal. So when
Yeah.
when he wants to see something changed, or he wants to make sure that the team's playing a specific way to have the best chance of winning, he will say it out loud regardless of what line or what pairing,
And very
where he's playing.
respectful, though.
Exactly, 100%
Good
very
question. Were
respectful.
you his line mate?
So I
last
played with
season?
him actually in winter on Iman. We played together.
Weren't you guys on the same team?
You were on
Yeah,
the same
we're
team.
on the same team.
No, in the
No,
summer.
In the summer.
In the summer, yeah, he got traded and then he came to our team. I think he played only one game and then he couldn't make the rest of the games of the season. But he's that type of player that will demand the playing time, but he also delivers with it because if you look at his stats, he scored many goals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got hands.
All right.
on the
Speaking of
snake-
clowns here,
So yeah, Hussein Hamad, now Faisal Mahmoud.
Faisal, what do you have to
Joined
say
a
about this
class.
guy?
I haven't heard of him. Anybody know this guy?
This
Uh,
team is looking so fun.
That man is walks not so tall and carries a wooden stick.
Yo, don't knock the wooden stick. Yo, that wooden stick is epic.
But on a serious note, do you know these GMs, or do they know you?
They know me.
They know you. Okay.
They know me. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows Amudi.
Come on.
No,
he's
No,
going
I know the
going to
GMs, and the
Yusuf
GMs know who
Mohammed
I am.
Hassan
Yeah.
Mohammed.
Oh, yeah. He knows
Yes.
them.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Next pick is Zoo Fancy, reliable defenseman, is going to pretty much the all
Oh,
defensive
wow.
team of Suburb.
Okay, so okay, Zoo, a great player, solid stay-home D man, but I'm a little amazed that like Subur's going like defensive heavy. I'm really surprised. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
so Sufyan Sheikh could actually play defense. He's a two-way player. Omar Sawi is a defender. Farouk Khan's a defender. Hamoudi is a two-way player, but who also plays defense.
so who's their offense? You're like
Well,
Hamoud and Hamid Khalid.
Zuhair plays defense. Ahmed Ibrahim, I know we think of him as a forward, but he actually played defense
does.
last season. So
Yeah.
but realistically, we know Ahmed Khalid, Mohammed Hamoud, Sufyan Sheikh, they're going to be forwards. Anas Varachia and Hamza Abdullahi and Ahmed Ibrahim. So those are their forwards right there. They might struggle to score a little bit, but
Yeah, but if you look at it honestly, looking at this roster, it looks more to me that it's to get the big body in front of the goalie and
Yeah.
look for that point blast from Farouk or
Yeah.
Sawi or
you're absolutely right.
Sufyan or someone and get that ball in that net.
It's those
you know?
point shots that burned us in the finals in the
All right,
summer.
right?
moving on. Taqwa has selected Safwan Samordia.
Yeah, Mr. Samrodia joins his team again.
He's
Just
relatively
winning-
young. He's early 20s.
Yeah, he just won a championship with them. Better than his brother. So Safwan, I'm telling you, your brother, he's coming up later, but not so good. But Safwan, first, like his rookie season was the last season was his rookie season, and he played really well. I think he scored at least 2 or 3 goals. Just hustles, good positioning, and I think he has the makings of just continuing the way he plays. He has the potential of being a truly great player. He just needs to continue that development.
Okay, moving on to Yakin is Uzair Patel. He's drafted 76 overall. I don't think we have much notes on
No.
him. He's relatively, again, he's a younger player, still a teenager. Moving on to Team Haya is Sadiq Jassad.
Yeah, so I can comment on him. I've actually played with him in Pool C Salam Cup together. We played on the same team. He's a defenseman, not the biggest defenseman, but plays very well as a demon. He can move the ball very well, and he's a very offensive-minded demon. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see him actually play as a forward as well. But I think he'll probably play demon. But overall, just good talent to have on that team.
Team Berta is up next, and they selected Owais Mola. Basil, pretty sure you're familiar.
Yeah. We played on that Taqwa team there.
Okay.
Solid guy. He plays with a lot of heart. I think what we're gonna say here.
I think you're just being distracted by the comments. We got
I am. I see those comments up there on the screen, but no. Oasis, he's a solid player. He can be vocal when needed. He's got this loud roar, and he'll hype up the guys in the locker room. So yeah, he's a great addition to that team.
Joining Iman is Anas Mansouri. This brother played in the summer season. I believe he was on Isan.
I just didn't see enough of him. Every time I would see his name on the score sheet, he would be missing that game. So I'm hoping everything's okay with him and he's going to actually be showing up, and make sure if you were there and I missed you, make sure you sign into the score sheet. That's a must.
I did see him. I saw him for the first couple of weeks. He's a relatively younger player, but he has great hockey sense. He's great hockey. He knows where to be. He knows where covers, and he actually got a couple of breakaways. I don't know if you remember the first week of your game.
Mm-hmm.
He got a couple of breakaways, so I think this will be an interesting pickup to see his development.
Yeah.
Moving on to Isan. Isan has selected Danish Khan.
8-year contract. 8-year contract, baby.
There you go.
Danish Khan, he's continually just plays with them, plays with Isan. And the reason Dawood takes these guys day in, day out, week in, week out, because he knows what he's getting. He's getting reliable players that are vocal. They talk to him. They let him know if they're not coming, they're coming, but also they listen to him. That's what Dawood is trying to instill, is a good team camaraderie and good positioning. And Danish does just that. He will hunt the ball down, but also play his position and play for the team.
So on the snake now, DC has selected Abdurrahman Kalir. A little bit about him. He's a teenager still, 16, coming out of Brampton.
Yeah. So he's actually, I'm pretty sure he's Rizwan Kalir's son.
Yeah.
And they played together in winter of this year.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that DC took him. He probably liked what he saw. Again, another 8-year contract that's starting fresh in his early stages.
He sticks with the guys he knows.
Exactly.
I love the guy, and I love cracking jokes with him. But that man, he should show up like 8 o'clock, watch all the games, and he's scouting like every week. But he still drafts the same damn guys. Like, what's wrong with you? I see your comments there, buddy. I see you.
Well,
and I am containing myself. Trust me. I'm trying to keep this podcast PC.
That's a good
PG,
comment.
sorry.
Dawood said Danish has 99 out of 110 seasons with their son, and we still put a Rida picture of him up there.
And he corrected 99 out of 100. But yeah.
All right, moving on to the next pick. TV man has selected Hussein Timurzi.
Hasneen Trimzi, I think. Yeah.
Apologies if we got any names wrong.
Anyways, dude, I can't say your name, but I got nothing but love for you. Tall, lanky player, loves to run and has good positioning, to be quite honest. He just doesn't he's not a flashy player. He doesn't show up on a score sheet tremendously, but he is that third line, even second line player that will just work hard and do exactly as he's told. So Zifa's getting a great player. But definitely, he's just a team player. I got nothing more to say.
He's quite an underrated centerman.
Yeah,
a lot
for
of
sure.
GMs don't play him as a center, but he's pretty good on the faceoffs and very responsible.
Yeah,
nice. Team Murda has selected Zaid Mahmoud. Again, the beauty of Islam is you can have veterans, you can have younger players, and you all have to come together and try to figure out a way to win a championship. This is one of the younger players to the league. We hope that he grows with Islam for many seasons.
For sure.
He's 17 years old, comes out of Brampton.
All right.
Not this guy. Not this guy, no. This guy is a legend. He is former goal scoring champion, points.
And I'm surprised he went this late. Like Imran, okay, again, underrated. He's got a real hard slapper, and he's got moves. Like I've seen him play gym hockey, and the guy can deke out players. He's got hands, and he can hustle for a big boy. He can move quick,
but I'll tell you one thing. I don't think he's being played well
properly. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's been a lot of teams, and he's been going later and later, unfortunately. But he just doesn't get
playing him well.
Exactly, and he can be the OV. He can just spot up and shoot, but you can't. You need to tell him what you want him out of him and talk to him. A lot of teams just try to play him in a position that he's not comfortable with, or they don't talk to him, and that's when his stats continue to suffer. So.
I think
Actually though, on Team Subber, in the winter season. He had a resurgence because they actually played him with the first time players. They played him with
Yeah, but that's where he excels because
Right.
he does have good skill and
Yeah.
good hockey IQ.
and
But
the
if you're
power play.
if you're playing a guy like that, like on a third line, where let's be honest, like a lot of third line guys don't have that hockey IQ. It's just he's not going to excel, right? So I'm surprised like he went this late.
And one thing to now he's a bit older in his career, but he was a GM many times in the season, so he brings that
Mhm.
leadership skills. Not that this team particularly needs it, but it's a great asset to have.
Well, it's a
Moving-
great pick by Lukman. Like I mean, boom, he's got himself a great player there.
Moving on to the next pick, Team Yakin joining my team is Misbah Siddiqui. Not sure if any of you brothers know about him, but I know I do know him. And I think he's from Montreal, but someone please in the chat fact check me.
Yeah, actually, I know about him. I played.
Oh,
with
you know
him.
about it? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So I've played with him a bit, and we've played together in summer and winter in like different leagues and different places. Great brother. He has hands definitely, and he has really good IQ, which I've noticed. He's a Montreal brother, and he's very familiar with that Montreal game with like the other brothers there in the league from Montreal. So really good. I think he'll slot onto D as far as I know, and he prefers to play D. But when he does play offense, he can go in and
I
use those
thought
hands.
it was the other way around. I thought he prefers to play offense, but they stick him on defense.
As far as I know, they stick. You might be right. You might be right. But I've seen him majority of the time when I've played with him in rink. He tends to play D, and he'll have the pinch where he'll just go in and try to dangle and use his hands.
And according to DC, he got out of his contract. He used to be an SN OG. All right, moving on to Tuckwa. They selected Omar Qureshi. Maju, I think you have
Now
some
this is
intel.
purple gloves. That's
Purple gloves? Okay. Where does that come from?
So he actually has purple gloves. His player gloves are purple, but that's how I know him, and that's how I remember him. But he made a splash. Like not a lot of people thought much of him in the summer season, but he actually made a splash playing with Asawi quite a bit, and he was very stable. Has a little bit of speed when he really needs to use it. So very underrated player. Definitely will develop and will continue to develop quite a bit, and has that X factor in him. But a phenomenal pickup this late, and I think again Takwa was just sitting, and they're like, we know what we're getting at these picks.
All right, Team Suber has selected Zubair Sheikh. We don't have much notes on this brother. He's early 20s, comes from Toronto.
All right,
All right,
great insight, huh?
That's all.
Good
But
pick.
Welcome to the league.
Yeah.
This next player coming up has been drafted on Ikhlas.
Adnan Mir. So he
Adnan
joins my
Mir.
team. I actually know this guy for quite some time. Good defenseman, tough guy. He's going to be a good asset to this team here.
He was one of our sleeper picks as well.
He was, and I think
Rightfully so.
Ikhlas has picked up a solid defenseman. So good pick there.
We're now on the snake. Ikhlas now selects next, and they selected Salman Alvi. Again,
Salman-
a long veteran of the league. He's played historically. Faisal, you're pretty.
Yo, this is my boy Salman. He's still playing hockey? Holy jeez. No, I'm kidding. I love the guy. I played with him in Salam Cup. Guy's awesome. Yo, he's got mad hustle and he's got skills and he's got a great slapper. Solid dude. Love the man.
All right, we're getting word that Suber has selected Suhail Samordia.
So Sohail Samrodia, I like to call him Sohail Samosa. It just seems like he's eating a bunch of he's like he needs to hustle. But to be quite honest with you, me and him had a chat, and to be honest, like I laid it out for him, like, what do you think? What are you trying to get out of this league, and what do you want to do? And he knows his limitations, and he wants to be better. So I'm hoping that the GMs, and I think he's on the right GM crew that will foster some development. And so, hell, brother, like it's fun to chat with you and all that, but I do wish you really, I think you'll do better on defense and just keep working at that and actually just hustle to the ball, man.
It's like you're treating it like a job interview for this.
It is, man.
Right.
He's got potential. His younger brother is Safwan, and he made a splash. So I want more out of Sohail, but it's just up to him.
Wait, did you say the younger brother was Safwan?
Yep.
So the younger brother got drafted before.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But on different teams.
Yep, on different
Okay.
teams.
The Safwan got drafted to Tuqwa, and they've drafted this round Saad Sheikh, a 20-year-old out of Toronto. Not much we had on him.
East End, like Donlands, or
I mean, he's
East
selected Toronto.
Scarborough? That's it. All right,
There you go. So
not sure.
from the 6.
Here we go.
Our
Hamza
former
Bagat.
teammate Maju, Hamza Bagat, has gone to Yakin.
Or as I like to butcher it on one of our podcasts, Hashim Bangat. No, Hamza Bhagat, great player. Just, again, great team player. He's learned to kind of play to his strengths more, and he was playing defense recently. So I wonder where the team's going to put him, whether it's offense or D. I know he wants to play up a little bit more. He's working on his cardio. He's trying to be better, but
Let me just chime in here a little
Yeah,
bit.
please.
I've played on his team a couple of times. Hamza Bagat, I think he's not used properly, but the kid, he can play. I've seen him play gym
Yeah.
hockey. The guy plays. You know, he's smart. He can move. He can hustle, and he's a big body. You just got to use him right.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, I mean, Faisal said it right on the dot. That big body, I know he has a skill to play both ways. So he can park himself in front of the net and bang in that rebound and
Mhm.
be that big screen in front of any goalie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he will box out as a demon that crease for your goalie to have the best chance to make that save.
I'm calling it now. His younger brother. He's not in the draft. He's years removed. He's going to be a superstar in this league.
Oh, he's always around, like in
Hamza.
between games,
Yeah.
and he's like
Yeah.
shooting around the ball.
He'll
think-
be
yeah.
a superstar in this
I
league.
think he's
mark
got
my
5 years
words.
to go, but yeah.
No, for sure. You always see him. Mohammed Qureshi.
We got the next pick from Haya is
Mhm.
Mohammed Qureshi.
Welcome to the
Okay,
league.
wait.
Scouting
That-
report, he's a
he's-
little bit.
Hold on. Is this the same guy that he's on like an 8-year contract with Haya as well? Lukman, this is a Lukman special.
Not sure.
I think I
He's-
think that's him.
where it is. He's new to the league. He's
He's new to the league. This is not that
he's
Mohammed
approaching
Qureshi.
40. He's from Brampton.
He's what?
He's approaching 40 and he's
That's
from
him.
Brampton. It's
That's him.
him?
Yeah. It's
It's him?
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
If anyone could fact check us in the chat, let us know.
I'm pretty sure it's the
we
same
wanna
guy.
know who
Lukman's going with a familiar face.
Mohammed Qureshi is.
Lukman also he picks guys he knows.
The next pick belongs to Rida, and they selected Zulkarnain Imtiaz.
I don't know.
Welcome to the league.
Welcome to the league, brother.
Is this the same Zulkarnain that's a little bit plays on a little bit of the edge?
Maybe.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in the league for a while.
He hasn't played, but he brings the physical force to the game.
Okay.
The next pick, Team Iman, has selected Imad. So Imad.
Welcome to the league.
No, we can't do that to him. Come on.
I'm sure you've seen his face before.
You've
around.
seen his face, or he's a dedicated volunteer in this league.
He's part of the OC.
You recognize
right?
him?
And,
There you
He
go.
actually has-
Look at that guy.
And you know
And he
what?
can play he's a two-way player.
He
that.
switched to D last season,
that's what
and
I wanted
and
to
I
get
was
talking
I was really I was pleasantly surprised at the way he was playing and just slotted in pretty easily. He got a goal as well. So of all the OCs, I think he had the most points in last season.
No.
Oh dang, Asawi, that Asawi.
But I've been saying for years that Imad, his real position is on D.
Yeah.
Defense.
No, listen, we were
Defense.
on the same team. We're on that same team. And Imad held it down on D. He was paired up with Farouk Khan, and he held it down. No doubt about it. Those guys were first line defense. So that was a solid pairing. So I'm actually surprised you went this late, to be quite honest with you. I think it should have gone a lot higher. But regardless, I think you'll be an asset to
Team Iman.
Huzaifa's team.
Abdullah Omar Hussein. He will be joining. Let me get my notes here.
He's a 16-year-old kid.
He's a youngster.
He's a youngster, but yeah, he's friends with Abdurrahman Khaler, and I think he requested to be on the same team and ride issues. So with Riz Khaler,
Oh,
Might
nice.
be a
So-
trade coming.
it could be a trade, but also just people understand that they may not be playing together. So
That is a
the
draft
little
league.
Yo,
yeah,
I mean-
Rizzy, are you getting gas money from these kids or something? Like, what are you carpooling with all of them?
I mean,
What's
if
going
he
on?
doesn't get traded, welcome to an 8-year contract, brother.
On the snake, his son has selected Huzaifa Badat.
I bel-
19-year-old from
yeah.
North York, so right around the corner from the rink.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't heard of this
some-
guy.
yeah,
I
but
mean-
but that though, like that's Donlands, that's Gujarati, right? So I don't know. But,
100%, bro.
yeah.
100%.
All right,
but
Maybe Wadi knows him.
that's
Iman
true.
is up next, and they selected Dilshad Alvi.
I'm wondering if that's also just the family, Bilal Alvi, Dilshad, and Salman, right?
Yeah, we're
right,
getting
sure.
word that they are related.
Right.
He's a veteran of the league, one of the
Well,
older
there's
players in the league.
Dilshad and there's Dilawar, right? There's two
Right,
guys.
right.
And these
Ah.
guys are OGs of Muslim ball hockey.
Oh yeah, big
They
time, big
represented,
time.
like,
Okay.
Team Pakistan and stuff, so they're well known.
Solid players. Like
I played with them on Salam Cup.
weren't they playing with us back at Rink City?
Yeah.
Tier 1 players.
Yeah, tier 1 guys.
They're solid players.
So they might be
98.
older and a
Oh,
bit
boy.
slower, but
Yeah, but
They're-
you know
they're
what? It's
solid.
only because guys don't know.
Yeah.
Who they are.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
it.
great. It's a great steal. At 99, we have Moinuddin
Moinuddin Sheikh.
Sheikh.
And he's going to Rida. Maju, you have notes on him?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember who Moinuddin Sheikh is.
I actually do remember him. He played.
Oh,
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He played on Subber 2 seasons ago. He's a servable third liner.
yeah. I think he's been out of the league for a couple of seasons now. So
No, I think he just missed summer.
oh, just the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. So man, this is what happens when you.
Oh, sorry.
Did he play
played in the
summer?
No.
Oh man. Okay.
well, I'll tell you
Wow.
what, this guy definitely played in summer, and he was the leading scorer for his team.
Yo,
Oh,
looks- he
number
looks
Oh.
familiar.
100, Abdulaziz.
How is
Yo,
he so
number
low?
1 on number
Come on.
0.
I
On the
I guess which team? Haya?
Hiya.
Okay, that's my first time playing with Luke and Akib, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting where they slot me.
Might be that 15-year
Steal.
contract now.
That's a
Oh,
steal
no.
right there.
You might be playing first line.
That'd be amazing if possible, or even as a deep pair. I'd love to play with Luke. I've heard great things about playing as a pair with him, so
Yeah.
let's
Or-
see how
or
it
you
goes.
just
I'm
be a
looking
water
forward to it. Huh?
Water boy.
Possible.
RC has selected
Just playing
101
with Luke.
Farhan Mohammed. Maju, you apparently know him out of Markham.
Oh man, I know him.
Farhan Muhammad, no.
Good God, what the heck was I
Or
doing
maybe
when I
my
was
notes
going
is
through?
wrong then.
No, I don't think I do. I feel like I should, but now I'm just
Okay.
questioning myself.
Well,
Welcome to the league.
welcome to the league. One brother we do know and previous Brotherhood winner joining Asabik and Omar Mahmoud is Imran Shah.
So he's my boy.
Supposed to be here.
Exactly. He's supposed to be here. Actually, yeah, you're right. I think he went really late, in my opinion. He's definitely, for where he went, he's a solid player. I won't be too surprised if he tears it up where he went. And he's a versatile player. He can play D, he can play forward. So, great pickup by Taqwa, in my opinion.
And he's got a shot.
Just doesn't use it that well.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? When he gets in that position, he gets the ball.
Yeah.
I've seen him score right at will. Like he'll put it away, but he does. You got to give him the looks. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
All right.
When I think with Omar Hussein, he got the looks.
Yeah, and he was
Mhm.
putting it away.
Yeah.
The next pick, Hamoudi has selected Umair Zafar Khan. Not much on this brother. He's in his mid-20s, comes out of Brampton.
Welcome to the league, brother.
Class has selected Hazer Qureshi.
Oh, so I
head
can,
up the line.
yeah. So
Those
I
my
play
apologies.
with him. I played tier
Isna.
5 with him. He plays at Isna, and then I also play tier 5 with him on Sundays in the summer. Great leadership brother. He's a young brother, and it's actually he played multiple times in winter for Cambridge as a goalie, and now he's transitioning out and playing out. So it's surprising that he's transitioning. It's like, I guess, similar to what Mubin did, but he has a decent shot, and he has decent IQ, and he has legs. So that's the biggest thing. So I won't be too surprised, if he runs up the ladder of playing, lines very quickly, just because he has those assets.
And looks like you're fact checked. Altaf has said, Abdullah has said Altaf played with Moedine this summer. All right, on the snake, finishing out the last round, Omar Malik is going to Ikhlas.
Welcome to the team.
No, Omer Malik. He's
Yeah,
he,
But
he
that pic. Oh no,
he's
that's
played a
not-
lot. He's played a lot with in Islam. Just again, he he needs that ability to
He's a
develop.
solid mullet.
He tries. He definitely is one of the hardest working mullets. It's just unfortunately the ball just doesn't find his stick. He tries to be in the right position. So I think he just needs to continue that development, and inshallah he'll
I
get
think
it.
he shows up every week.
He
This
does.
Guy, he shows
He does.
up every
Hard
week,
worker.
willing to play. I have played with him as well. I like the guy. I think we were on a team for a little bit before he got traded away, if I'm not mistaken. This was like a few years ago. But anyhow,
Okay,
let's move on to the next one.
Subbers next pick. I'm not sure how he keeps on dropping every year, but
Yeah, one of the
he's
nicest guys you'll meet in Iceland.
one of the hardest workers, Omar Sadat, one of my favorite teammates. But I'll let someone else.
Fully agree with that. Great guy, nice guy, and he plays hard. And he's a big, tough body too.
Has this guy ever won the Brotherhood Award?
No, I don't think so.
If he hasn't,
I think he's flown under the radar,
Yeah.
but he is a nice guy. Great
Very
teammate.
humble.
Yeah, very humble. Great teammate, and just he's got a nice smile. You can see it from the picture, guys. He's a solid dude.
and you know what? Like he's one of the guys that he knows he's usually a third line player, but no complaints, nothing. He just goes out there, and works hard.
He comes in, plays his
Yeah.
role, and that's it. Puts a smile on, cracks a few jokes, and leaves.
I will say he's very coachable as well. Like you tell him what to do, and he'll do what the coach says. Okay, moving on to Team Taqwa. It's Taha Hassan Bukhari. We didn't have much on this brother. He's in his prime, coming out of Mississauga, so maybe this is a
What's
steal of a pick.
what's prime?
early 30s.
All right, we'll find out who he is soon. Welcome to the league.
Team Yakin has selected their real goalie.
Oh, here we go.
That's a bad picture.
That's our boy right here. So hey, I'm going to comment. I'm going to say this. Okay, whatever guys say about Maju, I think he's so underrated. I think over the years I've seen Maju be in the finals so many times, and he
And
just and what? Listen, we won a championship together.
Yeah.
and
We
and,
won.
and he
Yeah.
it was the shootout. No one beat him. No one beat him on the penalty shots, in the shootout in the finals. I think like every single year, I think you fly under the radar. I'm not saying this because you're sitting beside me. You might hit me or something, but
no. But to be fair, I'm coming off an injury. I had some surgery and whatnot, so that's a big impediment, right? And then also just I've had some
but
rocky
even prior to
seasons,
that,
right?
I will say this. Even prior to that, I think you flew
Listen,
under the
the
radar a
highlight
lot.
of Maju's career is when we played together that one season, finals. It was a shootout. He stopped Sajid, Yusuf Ahmed, and Hamza Chaudhry to win the
Yeah. Just listen to those three names right there. Like those are big names that he stopped cold on the shootout. So kudos to you, buddy. I mean, hey,
Stock
listen, you'll probably be the surprise goaltender again, provided your team plays solid in front of you.
Well, I just got to perform, inshallah.
Do
Looking
your
forward to it.
part, and that's it.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's motivated too. I mean, he could use this as motivation to fuel his performance this season.
Just let me score when I'm shooting on you.
All right, we're near the end, guys. Haya has selected Ishaq Malik.
Habibi, you want to talk about Ishaq Malik?
He's another Mulek.
Yeah, no, he was on Rida last season, number 85, big boy, but he works really hard, man. So I'm really happy to see Ishaq on Haya, of course, the family, but a little surprised at where he's going because he's probably one of the hardest working players out there. He knows his limitations. He knows he's big, right? But he really works hard to kind of combat that and just continues to get better. So,
Apology, by the way, you're getting a lot of love in the chat.
oh man, Jazakallah.
As he should. Underrated.
It's funny because Maju and Zakaria Ali are on the same team now, and Zakaria Ali just dropped that comment.
All right, we're near the end, boys. Rida has selected Osama Ali. Abdulaziz?
Yeah, so Osama Ali, we played together as well. Sundays tier 5 in the summer. He's a big body and he likes to play forward and he has a decent shot, I would say. He has a lot to learn. And he's definitely open to getting better at the game and becoming a better player and a teammate to everyone. So definitely a good pick. He's new to the league as well, so welcome to the league. But it's good to see that he's playing in these leagues where he has the chance to get better and learn from his team.
Okay. It looks like Iman has selected their goalie, and they are going
By
with-
default.
Oh,
But
come on, man.
no, hey,
Yeah.
listen, no, but all,
been in
all
that
good stuff.
position.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, all good stuff. You guys were saying, just coming off a championship season. I mean, he's a solid goaltender. Like it just by default, he falls onto Iman. Other than that, he's a great dude. Great dude, smart goalie. Let's see if his cardio holds up throughout the game.
He got healthy right
But
at the
I mean,
end.
if you could survive the summer season,
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Heat.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Like and I mean, the guy won the championship, so
Simple as
he
that.
beat us. I hate you for that.
And last pick.
the last pick
Shoaib Bhatti.
is Shoaib Bhatti.
Which I'm surprised. I
Yeah,
think it's just like
this
people
is just
don't know.
mind-blowing.
Yeah. People just don't know. Maybe don't know who he is, but he used to play in the league back when we were at Rink City. He played with us for a while, and then I guess took some time off for whatever, maybe rehab, vacation, or he's coming back with the 4-5 and returning back to leave. Anyways, welcome back, and I think that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. Thank you,
We've got-
gentlemen.
Jazakallah.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it was
you,
a great
thank you, thank
draft.
you.
Best of luck to every team. Hope to see you all on Friday.
Yeah,
That's it.
Before we end up, I want to give a shout out to this facility. So we're at Markham at Darul Iman, and it's Happy Strong Family, the organization. So thank you for letting us use your facility. It really helps with the quality of production. Yes, you can see the mics, the camera, the background. Thank
The
you again.
studio.
The
Thanks
studio,
for
yeah.
everything.
Jazakallah
Thank you.
khair.
Much appreciated.
All right, gentlemen, that's all we have for the draft. Stay tuned for our future podcast where we can recap the teams. We won't prolong the draft show. We'll let everyone go. It's getting
But
pretty
thanks for
late.
sticking with us.
Thank you for sticking with us, and all the best this season. Assalamu alaikum.
See you guys on Friday.
Assalamu alaikum, boys.